But the singing and the dancing just went to a whole nother level in this one. So if you're into musicals, you're into plays with singing and dancing and great acting, you definitely want to watch this with the kids. This should, everyone, every black family, I think anybody family period, but definitely black families, you should be watching this. So I don't know why I don't remember this. Polly, the first movie came out in 1989. This one, if I'm not mistaken, I'll correct myself when I go to post this video, came out in 1990 or 91. So when I posted about this on TikTok and Instagram, people kept telling me, you need to watch the sequel. You need to watch the sequel. So if you have not watched any movie, you may want to jump off now, but I'm going to give you some spoilers, because in order for me to talk about movie number 2, I have to talk about some things that happened in movie number 1. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Ryan N. Jenkins. I'm an author. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a teacher going into my 22nd year, and I'm a mentor. And because I am an author, and I don't think it was because of that, I just love the art of storytelling. And this is one of those movies that I'll admit, I don't remember watching this one. I don't remember this one coming out, but the first one, Polly, all day, every day, watched it 50 million more times a day. So what I did tonight is I went on YouTube and I found, a version of this. And for those of you who have seen it, in the first one, Polly tragically has an accident, a really bad accident that impairs her way of walking. So the beginning of the movie is her coming home after she's been in rehab and at the hospital in Mobile all this time. So they live in what is called Harrington, Alabama, which is not that far from Atlanta. But what's so crazy is Harrington, I'm gonna make a separate post about that and be more detailed about that. But Polly is named after her aunt, who is pretty much, she's not the mayor of Harrington, but she is, because she funnels a lot of money to support the orphanage and different buildings and organizations. She funnels her money, like she's come from money, and her money has helped support this town and different entities and to thrive and whatnot. So in this one right here, I'll put the name up because I don't remember. I got to work on that, remember names. So her love interest, I just knew at the end of movie 1, they were getting together. Well, Miss Harrington, she's a control freak. And I thought she got over that after movie 1. And that was the whole issue with movie 1 is Harrington, because I put my money in this, I need to know, Pastor, I need to know what you're preaching on. We need to go over what you're going to preach this Sunday. Like, she controlled everything in the town. Felt like they were suffocating as a result of it. But they don't say anything because you're afraid to buck up, because you don't want her to lose that check. Nevertheless, Polly is this fresh joy that comes into town and causes everybody to look at things differently and just bring more joy to the city. I mean, the county, really, with the town. So in movie 2, she ends up hiring this man, I'll put his name in his picture up, to run the orphanage, because her love interest, which they were together, and he was just over how she just was just closed off. Then when she finally opened up in movie 1, I'm thinking that's the end of it. Apparently in movie 2, you find out that he wanted to run the orphanage, but because Polly wanted control over everything, he was like, nah, I'm good. So he ended up working for the State Board of Education. They said Atlanta, that's Georgia, so I might be. So the plot of the story is we bring this white man in, who was very English, to run our orphanage. But and the first thing that throws him off is, I came down here to an orphanage. I didn't realize all the men were going to be, he said, colored. That's what they said in 1956. Then you find out you're not teaching them the classics. You're teaching them how to be a gentleman. You're teaching them how to change oil, to be mechanics, but you're not teaching them literature. You're not teaching them just certain things to give them both sides of life. You're only giving them trades. And that becomes an issue with Dr. Shannon. That was his name. And if I'm in the midst of this, Polly really wants Dr. Shannon and her aunt to get together, because that way I'll be part of a family, and I've always been part of a family. So her and Jimmy Bean, and if I'm saying that wrong, I will correct it. They decide to take a bus to Atlanta. Her mission is to go see Dr. Shannon. His mission, he said, is go see the king. His best friend hears it as Elvis. And you find out later on it had nothing to do with Elvis. So Polly's thing is, I'm going to get this man to come home and then get him and my aunt back together. And also in the midst of all this, for the longest time, Harrington was divided between white people and black people, because someone burned down the bridge, and you learn all that in movie one, and they blamed each other, so they just separated and had their own township. Well, now that they've reunited as a people, they realize we have two different mayors and we only need one. So you have the man that's always been the mayor. I'll put his picture up. Oh, he was, oh gosh, he could say. And then you have someone who is running, but because something happens to him, the lady who Polly befriends, she's running for mayor now. So you have all that going on, along with people blossoming love interests and getting married, and it's interesting to see who ends up getting married in the end. But at first, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was not feeling this at all. To me, it was dragging, it was slow. Like, actually, I found myself through the soul songs, I fast forwarded. I did. But the fast ones, I listened to them because with the fast songs, I noticed you got the dancing. It wasn't just singing and, a plot line. No, it was literally the dancing. Like, my favorite scene is the church scene. I love the church scene in the first one, but the church scene in the second one, I don't know her name. I will put her name up if I find her, if they list her on the cast. But that woman acted in a lot of shows. I remember, matter of fact, she did a show with Loretta Devine, I want to say, called Sugar and Spice. That girl can sing. Well, that woman can sing.